do we as Christians really understand what worship means and what we do every Sunday? Is worship the songs that we sing? Is worship a favorite worship song? Is worship crying? Is worship becoming emotional? Is worship going on your knees? Here's a man describing to himself or to other people what he believes worship is. Let's take a listen.
I don't believe 99.9% of Christians have understood what worship is. I myself did not know it. I thought it was singing songs on Sunday morning. I discovered it was not. I discovered that worship was giving to God in secret without anybody knowing that which is costly, that which is precious, giving up, sacrificing, denying myself. When you're tempted strongly to watch pornography and you deny yourself, the desire is strong in you and you refuse to look at it, that's worship. If you don't do that and come here and sing psalms on Sunday morning, I want to tell you, the devil's having a big laugh at you, that's all. God's not impressed. And don't fool yourself. And I'll tell you something, you won't hear this anywhere else. Other places, they'll only tell you, come on, raise your hands, come on, shout, yell, praise God, let's worship God, let's be excited. That's not what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, if you're not obeying God before you come here on Sunday, you're not worshiping God at all. Don't fool yourself. Call it singing. I'm going to Sunday morning for a time of singing. Okay, fine. Don't call it worship. Give it the right name. And singing songs on Sunday morning is not worship. That's all I'm saying. Excited singing on Sunday morning is not worship. Worship God like this, in secret. Nobody knows. Wife does not know the sacrifice he's making. His servants don't know. Alone, Abraham and God, you and God, in secret, denying yourself, refusing to look at that dirty picture, refusing to talk back in the angry way somebody talks to you, denying yourself, loving that person who hates you, being good. God sees your inward suffering when you're trying to do something to obey him. You know what he'll say to you? Now I know that you fear God.
What a powerful message from this guy, this man. And I agree with some of the things that he's saying. I agree the fact that worship is sacred. It's you and God, it's you speaking to God, but it's also God speaking to you within those minutes where you spend time with him, where you give him your attention. And majority of us become so busy with our lives that we don't get to that point, or we've experienced that and we haven't experienced that in a very long time. And what he is basically saying is that how can you fall for pornography but Sunday you go sing? How can you go into terrible arguments, say terrible words, and Sunday go worship? And I understand what he is saying, that if you say no, if the urge is there to look at a photo you're not supposed to look at, and you say no in that time, your action is telling God, I fear you, I love you, I revere you, and I will not commit this sin to glorify your name. And I can agree with it. He's saying at times when you are angry and you have an argument, in that time, do not fall for what the enemy is trying to do and say back terrible words to the people that you argue with, to your spouse. He says within that time, if you make that decision not to clap back, not to seek revenge, not to also hurt the other person, you are worshiping God within those moments. And he's saying if you cannot do those things in private, win private battles, then what you do on a Sunday really carries no weight. Where you go on a Sunday, go sing beautiful songs, really carries no weight. And I think this is the message he's trying to bring across. And for us as Christians, that is the most important thing that Jesus actually preaches to us, that listen, don't try and do all these wonderful things in front of people, but fail to do it when you are alone, because you will receive your reward. If you want to impress people, that is the reward you will receive. But if you really want to tap into the spiritual and tap into God, you will seek him in private and he will reward you in public. So I think this message is a wake-up call for me also, that try to win in private, try to win on a daily basis. Try to win with your time spent with God, and not just look like you are a Christian in the world, not just look like you are a Christian in the church, not just look like you know all these beautiful worship songs, but you don't know how to spend time with God. So that's a powerful message, much needed for me. I think it's a much needed message for you, just to encourage us once again to, above all else, seek God in private. Subscribe, like, share this channel, comment if you agree, comment if you disagree. We would love to hear from you. My name is Isaiah. See you in the next video.